Hello, Randy Rain here, and I don't know if these are the robots you've been waiting for, but these are the robots I've been waiting for. It's the Tomy ChatBot. We gotta get going. This is
Randy Robot Garage.
Yes, these are the Tomy ChatBots, and these were donated to me, but the person who donated them doesn't want me to tell the world who it was, but I know who it was, and I thank them very much. Now, I have 2 of these ChatBots and only 1 remote, but that's fine. I've tested these, and I put batteries in them, and when I push forward, they go forward. When I push reverse, they reverse and turn, but the taping and playing back and recording is not working. So I've heard those are pretty tricky, so better get in there and see what I can do. So the record button is on the top along with the switch, and this little rewind thing for the recording is on the side. Now this won't go down. This one is loose. So I'm going to start with this one. Okay, 4 screws on the bottom. Okay, well usually starting on the bottom is what you're supposed to do. But let's start on the back instead. 4 screws. Damn, that's a deep screw hole. Yeah, I heard it. Okay, the front's still not coming off. There must be some screws in here. I feel 1 there. No. There's 1. And there's that. Yep, just the little 8-ohm speaker. Oh, I like the little color wheel thing. That's funny. Yeah, that's one way to do it. That's old school right there. Okay, so that red button is pushing down into this thing. And this pulls on a pulley right here, which comes around and goes into there. Well, that's weird. But I guess I need in here. What's in here? I don't know what's in there. Box so far. Okay, this is when you put batteries back in and just see what happens. Alright, so turn it on. So, you see the motors are working. Huh, okay. Turn that back off. We'll go ahead and put this back on. Okay, well, here goes nothing. There it is. So it's a record, but it's a magnetic tape record. So where's the motor that turns this thing? You have to find that. I can see a playhead down here. Okay, let me put this back. Let's take it back off. Look at the other side. Look at this thing. Okay, so I've determined this has no motor, and this is really freaking hard to pull. So that's, I mean, is that it? That's not it. It's playing something. What's this goopy junk all over here? Okay, what happens if I hold this down and record? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Come here. Testing, 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 testing. Alright, let's see what that does. It did something. It kind of worked. I don't know if this is a good idea or bad idea, but we'll spray some WD-40 in here. Well, that's better because it didn't get stuck. Alright, let's try record. Hold that down. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so I have it all cleaned up and it seems like it's working. How'd this go? Okay, I think I might have figured it out. Push that down, then I record. Testing. This is a test. This is a test of the chatbot, the Tomy ChatBot. And I finally figured out what was going on, so this should be it. I'm going to go all the way to the very end. So to see if it's recording the entire way. Here we go, almost to the end, almost. Alright, so then we push it back now. Then you hit the speak button here. Oh, you gotta hold it down.
This is a test. This is a test of the chatbot, the Tomy ChatBot. And I finally figured out what was going on, so this should be it. I'm going to go all the way to the very end. So to see if it's recording the entire way. Here we go, almost to the end of...
Okay, well that works now. Time to put this little guy back together. Alright, here we are inside the second one. You can see it's kind of... Well... Okay, wait a minute. Are you working, little chatbot? I will be surprised. I thought you weren't working. It seems like this one might actually be working. No, we're not working. No recording going on. Try again. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, testing. Okay, well let's see what's in here. Testing, this is a test. Are we working? Testing, 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 testing. What? Okay, let me open up the other side. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, this has a short in it somewhere. That was somebody else from previous owner. Okay, there's a short somewhere. There's a bad connection. Okay, what I think it is there's some sort of switch here that when you let up on the record, it flicks another switch, and I don't think it's making a good connection here. Okay.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Alright, let's try it. Record. Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, and 3. That's 1 and a 2 and a 3.
To the top.
Chatbot.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3. Testing. 1, 2, and 3. 1 and a 2 and a 3. To the top. Dr. Chatbot.
Well, Mr. Chatbot, are you going to work? Because you seem to have some issues. Sometimes you work, sometimes you don't work. Have we decided to work this time or not? I don't know. What you're all the way to the top. Chatbot.
Chatbot, are you going to work? Because you seem to have some issues. Sometimes you work, sometimes you don't work. Have you decided to work this time or not? I don't know. Once you're all the way to the top, Chatbot.
Okay, I got it. So here it is. So take the 2 bottom screws off, only on the back. You can leave the front ones. Then take all 4 of the back screws off. And if you only need to get to the recording section or the motor, this is all you need to do. If you need to get to the circuit board, you can take the screws off here and the front 2 screws on the bottom, and it'll come apart. But other than cleaning the motor and maybe putting a new gear on there, what's really going to be the problem, more likely someone run into, is this crazy thing. So to get in here, you can stick something in and pop that out. Careful not to go in, you'll damage this. This is magnetic film in a disc shape, so it's like a tape player and a record player combined. If I lift it up, you can see just like a cassette head down in there with a little arm. Has a little felt pad. And that's one of the things that could be wrong with this, is that this little arm isn't pushing hard enough on here. I found that when I would push it harder, it would get louder. Then when I let up, it would get softer. So I kind of put another little kink in it here so it pushes harder onto the head. And then there's also a felt piece here. You have to make sure that gets laid on top of this. If you lift up the disc here and look down in there, you can get to some gears. I'll talk about that in a minute. But for now, let me put this back on. And now I can take these 2 screws out. Okay. So you have this cord that comes up here. It goes through a pulley, comes around here, comes to this pulley here, and is connected to the knob that you push down. So when you push this knob down, you're pulling this cord here. Now to get in here is the same way. So just underneath this wheel right here is some spring steel coil that's acting as a spring. So when you pull on this rope, it's pulling it, winding it up, and then it uncoils. That's the motor for this thing. If it's binding, which this one was, I was able to squirt some WD-40 down into here, And I was able to squirt some in those gears that I showed you earlier. Just make sure you don't get any on the little record like I did, even though after cleaning it up, it was fine. So another thing could be wrong is not making connections on these little switches here. So as these little pieces come by, they touch these different pads. So you want to make sure this is clean here, no oxidation here. Same goes for some switches down inside here. You can see one of them right here. So this is the recording. So something very similar to this is happening down in here when you push that. And on the other one, that was the problem, is it would play back, but it wouldn't record. So it wasn't making good contact here. All I did was squirt some WD-40 down there, pushed it a bunch of times, and it eventually started working. If you have some like deoxys spray or something like that, that would work better, but I don't have that. But you'll see when I pull this and let go, there's nothing stopping it. So what is stopping and starting this thing for playback and record? Well, you can see there's a hole for a square shaft right here, which connects. So if I take off the front, so this shaft here, that square hole, gets connected to here, which comes over to here. Now if I take this off, okay, so what you have over here, little gears set up, little reduction gears going on. So it's coming through here, it's spinning here, it's turning this one, which that one then turns this, which turns the little decorative thing. But it also has this little ratcheting system right here. That's what stops the tape player. That ratcheting system is hooked right here to this solenoid, so a spring, little spring wire just underneath here, holds this open. So this little solenoid section here is engaging this little ratcheting system. So as it turns this way, it's no problem. But then when you stop, it locks into place. So it's two ways to dislodge the ratcheting system. One is the remote control, which activates the solenoid, pulling this, pulling it away from the ratcheting system, allowing the tape player to pull that string in. And then the other one is the record button. So the record button, when you push down on it, not only is it pushing the button on the record player, so it's pushing the little solenoid activator here, which in turn releases the ratchet. If you take this part off, this little spring wire has to go there. Well, there it is, the Tomy ChatBot. So if you have one of these Tomy ChatBots and it needs some work, I hope this video helps you out and you can get it fixed. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. I want to thank these people right here. These are my patrons, and I appreciate every single one of them because I don't know if I could do this without them. So you might want to check out the Patreon link below and see about becoming a patron yourself. There are perks. Well, that's it for this video. Tomy ChatBots. That was
All the way up to the top. It's the big Chatbot.
Randy Robot Garage.
Are we working? Come on, damn it. What the hell is wrong with you? You work and then you don't work, and then you work and you don't work.
Are we working? Come on. Damn it. What the hell is wrong with you? You work and then you don't work, and then you work and you don't work.
Okay, I think this is working. You're working right. Come on now, work, because I got to move on to this one.